You are listening to chartingwealth.com for Tuesday, the 12th of September, 2017. We see stocks up for the day, booming over 1% in both the Nasdaq 100, that is the Qs, QQQ, and the S&P 500. We see 20-year bonds down over 1%, gold down the most at 1.39%. Okay, first, we want to tell you all the trainings we promised to do on mindset and such. We did 3 of those over the weekend. We have got them all ready to share with you. We're going to be sharing them over the course of the week. The first will go out on Monday night for the Tuesday, September 12 podcast that we're doing right now. It'll be just below the link to the training, the daily market review that we do. So you need to be a subscriber in order to receive these. If you're not a subscriber, you need to go to chartingwealth.com and sign up. It's absolutely free. Put in your first name and your email address. You will get all the trainings as we launch them. So please make sure to do that. And like we said, we have 3 we're sending out over the course of the week. So make sure you are signed up so you can get all the goodies. In addition to that, you also get with every daily email, you get links to the how to read a stock chart video, the layout that we use at freestockcharts.com, and how to set up freestockcharts.com to begin with. And again, it's free along with the trade worksheet, the weekly worksheet, and the daily market worksheet. We have those all for you. Let's jump right into the training. And again, always chartingwealth.com is the website. What do we see going on the S&P 500 up 1.07%? We see we're entering into our 3rd week of up movement, but we still don't have a crossover on the price percent oscillator. Remember, we are trend followers. We are not forecasters, and the trend has not reversed yet, even though we see upward price movement. Derivative oscillator still negative. So again, even though this market is trying itself to continue to climb higher, it does not have the legs yet for us to follow it. What do we see going on the 2-day chart? Remember, it started to cross over going down on Friday, but it ping-ponged and flipped right over going up on Monday. This is just the first day of the latest 2-day candle. We told you to watch how the market opened at 10:30 in the morning. And of course, how did it open? Well, let's go to that 4-hour chart. You can, of course, see that the market turned around and started moving up. And it moved up substantially in the morning and in the afternoon. So again, started trying to track itself down, crossed over on that 4-hour chart and just did not hold it and slammed right up in the morning and the afternoon. We'll continue to watch and see what we see. This could be a good rollback for a potential crossover going down if that occurs, or it can carry the day, move things over going up, and give you an up trade at some point. Again, though, this market's legs just keep going. What do we see going on the Qs? The Nasdaq 100 up 1.15%, again going into its 3rd week. It's still sliding sideways, not even as much upward movement on the price percent oscillators we saw in the S&P 500. Derivative oscillator continues to lose energy, but again, don't have a crossover yet, just the first day of the latest weekly candle. Of course, it's not complete until the end of the week, and the first day of the 2-day bounded off the red signal line, started moving up. We said, hey, this could, if you remember the comprehensive forecast over the weekend, it could do just what it has done. Instead of crossing over going down, it could slam right back over moving up, which is what it did. First day of the 2-day candle has moved up. But again, where things topped off on the 1st of September at the end of the prior week, and again, that is the 1st of September, Friday, we saw what happened. 2 big up candles, both on the 31st and later on the 1st. And what did we see happen? Well, we saw things then take off sideways at that point. And even with the up movement for the day on Monday, September 11th, wasn't enough to get it as high as Friday, the 1st of September. Still hasn't even reached that high. So again, keep your eye on the Qs. We will see what it does. If there's a big down day on Tuesday and or Wednesday, it could actually pull that back over. You might have an opportunity for going down. Even with that up movement during the day, the 4-hour chart on the Qs did not cross over going up. Keep that in mind, friends. Keep that in mind. Even with all that up movement, the smallest chart did not rotate over going up because of the strong down movement that happened on Friday and the sideways slide that had been going on several days prior. So keep your eye on the Qs in particular. You might have some opportunities. Let's jump in now to TLT, the 20-year bond fund, down 1.19%. Been going up beautifully. Just the first day of the 5-day weekly candle, and it shows some slacking off. Looks like the movement's right there at the 2-day trend line that we previously drew, and of course still above the weekly. So keep your eye. It's gone flat on the price percent oscillator and on the derivative oscillator. If we look at the 2-day chart, what do we see? It has not crossed over going down, but appears to be headed that way. Again, that's just the first candle on the 2-day chart, and it did close penetrating through the 2-day trend line. Keep your eye on that. What do we see on the 4-hour chart? Of course, crossed down big in the morning and continued in the afternoon, pushing through the 2-day trend line, heading, it appears, toward that weekly trend line. And again, cautioned you that as you were continuing to move up, take all that the market will give you on TLT, but don't hesitate to pull the plug when you're in the positive zone on that. And again, you do have warning bells going off on TLT for the upward trades that you have been in since it made itself available. Lastly, we will go to gold, down the most, 1.39%. Gold just been booming for 9 weeks. This is the first time we've seen a bit of a peel off. However, we haven't pushed through that weekly trend line yet. That weekly trend line's continued to boom up in gold. In fact, we need to draw that just a little bit more accurately, as these candles might allow us to do it. I guess we're going to have to, we'll go here over the last, starting on September 1st through the 8th, we get a little bit more of a vertical that'll give us an earlier jumping out point than if we didn't draw it as vertical as we could. If we look at the 2-day, and again, derivative oscillators flattened out, price percent oscillators still going up. Let's look at the 2-day chart. It's really flattened out and started heading down, has breached our 2-day trend line. Again, it's just the first day of the 2-day, so it could recover some of that and close above, but we're still probably going to need to redraw what had been a beautiful trend line connecting 5 candles, 10 days of up movement prior. We'll see how gold goes during the day on Tuesday. But what do we see on that prescient 4-hour chart? Crossed over strong going down in the morning, and of course more of a down movement in the afternoon, penetrating clearly that 2-day trend line. So keep an eye on that 4-hour chart. Remember, that 4-hour chart has many, many times given us opportunities, a total trading chart, and when it does tend to cross over after a good up move, it can maintain that momentum. So keep your eye on it. Be very careful if you've already made all that there was to make, moving up from somewhere in the neighborhood of 123. You've already started peeling off from about the 128 mark. So again, don't take too heavy a losses. That 4-hour chart crosses back over if the 2-day and the weekly are still moving up. Folks, that's where we are at the end of the day on Monday, the 11th September, as we move into Tuesday, the 12th. We always appreciate you being with us. You have questions, problems, concerns, let us hear from you. We will be posting that new material for you in today's email. You have to be a subscriber at chartingwealth.com. It is absolutely free. Go sign up so you can get this valuable training. Comes out first to our members. All the best. Let us hear from you. CW at chartingwealth.com. God bless from the whole team here at Charting Wealth.